everyone, I've got this set of mica powders from Just For You online. They are called Luxury Mica Powder Set, pack of 3. Now, one is called Sparkle, one is called Radiance, and one is called Luminance, or something like that. I haven't got my glasses on. Now look, they look very similar in the pot. Shall we see what they do? I'm mixing up some resin here. Now this is going to be a 2-part video, and the reason for that is I want to see first of all what these do and what they look like used in 2 different ways. One being paint them into the mould, the other being mix it in with the resin. And then the other thing I want to do is try chucking them into this crystal edged coaster mould and see what they do then. So this is a nice new mould, not been used before, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think this is going to be a 2-part video. So this is part 1, just testing them to see what they do when you use them in the 2 different ways. I'll be back with you in a moment because I'm mixing up the resin and you don't want to stand and watch that, do you? Right, the resin that I'm using is the, it's called One Coat, Apex One Coat, also from Just For You online. It's very, very thick, high viscosity. I always end up with a load of bubbles in it, but I always think, don't panic, because I know how good it is at degassing itself. Obviously I have got one of those airless machines, but to be honest, if you're using a good resin and you don't stir it as fast as I do, and you let it degas itself properly, it just shouldn't be an issue anyway. So while that's degassing, let's have a look at these. So this one is called Luminance, I think. Can't wear glasses when you've got respirators on the go, can you? Well, I don't know. How do people who've got glasses manage with your respirators? My eyesight's not too bad, but I do feel for those of you who might have, you know, eyesight that isn't as not too bad as mine. Anyway, so let's have a look. So first one is brushing it into the mould, and I tend to like to use these little, I've got several different little heart moulds as you've probably seen, because you've got these nice curved edges to them. You can really see what the colours are doing. Okay, so that's burnishing it into the mould. Next thing will be to get a little cup, put a little bit of resin in it, and actually mix it in, just to see how different that is. And we're going to put quite a bit. I'll put your links for everything down below as usual. I'm still getting a lot of people saying, where did you get that from? Where can I get that? Where can I buy it? Have you got a link? And yes, they're in the description below. All you do is you go down to below the video where it says, well, there's a bit of information. You'll see there's like a bit of a sentence that's cut off. That's the start of the description. So all you do is you drop that down where it says more, and you'll find a load of information. And there should be the link for where to buy the stuff from. If there isn't, just yell at me and remind me to, because if it's one I've missed, you know, because I'm human. Now I'm putting the sparkle on the back of this one as well because I mixed up quite a bit, so I might as well. But let's just see what difference it is, if it's, whether it's burnished on or whether it's just mixed in with the resin. So I'm just going to top this one up and then we'll move on to the next one. There we are. Okay, made a right mess doing that. Next one then. Let's clean up first, pop the top on so it doesn't go everywhere. Of course, it would also be interesting to see what these are like with a black background, wouldn't it? Now, I'm going to clean my brush off like this, but if you wanted to keep your brush dry, just do that. Onto your silicone mat. It'll pull all of the glitter out of it, or mica powder or whatever you're using. Job's a good one. But I'm going to let that one dry and swap brushes. This one's fairly clean, but let's check. Yeah, nothing in that one. Right, the next one then is called Sparkle. Now I think I've already got this one and it is gorgeous. I've got a big tub of it. Can I just say thanks to Just For You Online for sending me these to play with and to show to you all. It's very kind of them. So this one, as I said, is called Sparkle. And you see what I mean? They look quite similar. So let's see what happens when we demold these. And it's great that they're doing them in these little sets. So you had to buy a big tub. Now if you only wanted a little bit or you just wanted to try it, that wasn't necessarily the way you wanted to go, was it? So what they have now done is they have listened to us. They really do act on feedback, by the way, folks. So if you have any feedback on the Just For You Online products, do drop them a line. Let them know. Because, yes, as I was saying, they did act on the feedback from these. And indeed, they have now made these little sets of small sizes, which are great. Because if you just want a little bit of a lot of different ones, that is the perfect way to go. It's also great Christmas shopping list fodder, I reckon, don't you? I wonder if they do gift cards. I bet they do. If they don't, there's another suggestion for you Just For You Online. Because I know that would be a very popular gift for someone like me. The bottom one here, I'm going to have to go onto the smaller hearts. Make sure my brush is clean of the previous one. This is when you get a nice glittery mess. I like mess when it's glittery. It's fun, isn't it? So this one was called Radiance. Okay, little brush. So I don't know what the differences are going to be. That one looks like it's got a bit more of a gold to it. This one looks a little bit more holographic. I don't know what this one is. There's certainly a certain amount of holographicness to them. Is that a word, holographicness? It is now. Now I know I haven't got this terribly well burnished into the moulds. I've got gaps. But never mind, I think it'll be good enough to see what these things do. Now don't be alarmed by the size of the pot of resin I've got mixed up to the side. That is because I've actually got another project going on as well. And that is that coaster. I'm going to be doing that at the same time, and then we can show you both, because I think that'll be a good way to give you a view of what's going on with these. So that will be part 2 video. Now what I'm seeing now, I'm putting clear on the back of these, is this one that was called Sparkle has definitely got a goldish sheen to it. That's got like an opalescence to it, which was the Luminance one, yeah. And this one, so once you start putting resin over it, you can see, can't you? This looks like it's got different colour, pastel-y colour sparkles in it. Interesting. Anyway, there you go. Right, moving that to one side, and I will see you in about 4 hours, because this is a quick cure resin, to see what has happened. In the meantime, I'll make a start on the second part of the video, as I've got the resin mixed up ready. So I'll see you in a couple of days as well for part 2, because I shall release these videos a day or so apart. Okay, I'll see you later. Right then, let's see what these all did. So that was the way around they were, weren't they? They were like that. So let's go right to left just to be difficult. So this was, no, that was that. This one is, oh no, look, I've got them muddled up. This one is Sparkle. Now this one, I've used it like this before, but not actually mixed it in with the resin. So, oh look, it looks like I had a terrible spillage thing going on with it. Never mind. I can trim that off later if I want to use the hearts or something, which I'm sure I will. So that one is called Sparkle. and it is basically a nice gold white shimmer. It's white with a gold colour flip in it basically. Isn't that nice? That's what it looks like when it's dusted onto the surface of the mould. And this is what it looks like when you just mix it in. So you've got some good choices there, because I think both of those are absolutely beautiful. Nice. Right, now this one was the one called Luminous, I think. And again, we've got our two versions. So this was the sprinkled in with the, actually mixed in with the resin, and yes, it does have like a bluish sheen. Let's make sure we're talking about the right one here. Yes, so this is Luminance, and when completely mixed in with the resin we get a sorry, no, that was the mixed in, wasn't it? This was the painted on. You get that surface shimmer instead. Both absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I've got some trimming to do. Where's my scissors? It's going to bug me if I don't do it now. There we go. So you can see that you've got two slightly different finishes. I'll zoom you in a moment so you can have a closer look at this. Right, now this was Radiance, and this was the one that was completely mixed in with the resin. That's nice. Yes, it has. It's got all pastel different colour flips in it. Be interesting to see what these look like backed on black. The ones that are painted onto the surface. And this was the one painted onto the surface, in fact. Let's just do some tidying, because I don't like you to see it looking all rough. I wonder how many people demould first and then show you and pretend they've just demoulded. I should do that, shouldn't I? So I think what I'm going to say, particularly about that one, is I actually prefer it just mixed in with the resin rather than dusted on. Let me bring the camera in and you tell me what you think. Sorry, the sound's about to change. I need to unplug my microphone. So we're on to phone sound now. So here we go. Let me zoom this right in. So yeah, oh God, crikey, that was a bit of a scary moment, wasn't it? Yeah, so that's dusted onto the surface. Nice effect, but that is actually mixed in, just like as if you're using a glitter really. And similarly here, this one was the mixed in, and you've got a blue sparkle to that one, and this one was the dusted onto the surface. So you do get a very different effect. Again, dusted onto the surface. Nice. But I think this is how I'm going to be using it. Basically as a glitter, but a glitter that doesn't sink. Because mica flakes are a lot lighter than glitter, I presume. There we are. Quick overview for you. So if you remember, let me just zoom you back out. If you remember, this was that little luxury sparkle set. Well, it's called Luxury Mixa Powder from Just For You Online. I'll put you the link for it below. And I've just finished filming part 2, which is the use of it on the outer edge of a crystal edged coaster mould. So that video will be up soon as well. So enjoy your resin, everyone. Work safely. Remember your PPE. Give me a thumbs up if you found this video helpful. I do like to review products that I've not come across before, just so that you can have a look and see what you think. So if you found it useful, that thumbs up would be very much appreciated. And I will see you for the next video. Thanks everyone, and goodbye.